return line. Well, that didn't fit very well. What the hell? Those are supposed to be 3/8.
Too small or too big?
Too small.
Okay.
Well, the hose is too big.
Oh.
Looks like it's a 1/4 inch. Let's see if we can hold it on there, all right? Okay, so there's our return line. And now we need a not too terribly long. And there's our fuel supply.
Well, it took 2 years. These jugs empty.
2.9 gallons of oil and 3.3 gallons of coolant.
It's not so terrible on the oil capacity. I mean, that's at least affordable. At least you only have two big diesels that you had to change oil in.
Well, yeah, it's not horrible, but well, I believe this is our bleed screw right here. So the pump. I don't know how long you're supposed to pump.
Oh,
I mean, they got bubbles coming out here yet. Do I pump until there's no bubbles coming out?
yeah, yeah. Are you pumping on the side of the engine, or what are you?
No, basically.
Is there a manual pump there?
Yes.
Okay.
I do like the design of this pump better than a lot. A lot of them have just like a thumb lever.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try it there once. Alrighty then, your gauge on?
Yep. That's still on. Still reading 12.7.
Okay, that's the start battery. I should be able to read my house battery voltage over here. It's at 12.9. Okay, transmission is in neutral. Oh, let's see. Oil's good, coolant's good. Oil in the tranny should be good, right?
Yeah, I certainly think so.
Where's my throttle? Throttle's right here. Oops, turn the power on. But I better take this off first. Should have remembered that, John.
12.59. Nothing, just purrs like a little.
Piece of cake, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. It lives. Today is the 22nd of July, 2023, and haven't been doing a whole lot of work on the hull here. Had some other things going on, but I think we've made a little progress. I've just got a little bit more here to do. In fact, I may work on that tonight to get it done. But earlier today, well, here, before I get to that, we've been working on this steel, and I'm sure you saw that in the last video or whatever it was, but I've got all of this 3/8 inch steel now painted and pre-drilled, so we're getting ready to install that. I know they're talking a heat wave coming again, and I was thinking about trying to get that started next week. So we'll have to see about that. If it's going to be 95 degrees and humid out, it's not going to be horrible in here, but it probably got to be warm enough that I don't want to do that. So we might hold off on putting the steel on, but at least it's ready to go on, and that'll be one of the next jobs here in the very near future. But I've been working up here, getting some things ready to go. Yeah, it's not the easiest getting in here at the moment, but it works. Get some lights. And get some light on in here. So we can see what we're doing. Okay. I've been getting the engine ready to start for the first time, and one of those jobs was getting the start battery in, and I also put a switch in the start battery circuit here. I couldn't really find a good place to locate it, and so I built this little box to mount the switch in, and that that should work fine. But you need to turn it on to get power to the engine. Yeah. And I will include some video of that. But earlier today we started the engine and just ran it for less than a minute. Put oil and antifreeze in it, checked the transmission, made sure the oil was good there, and I unhooked the exhaust, and we just ran the exhaust into the boat here for the excuse me, the short amount of time that we ran it. And she ran just fine. And I just put a 5-gallon can, or 5-gallon jerry can in here. Took a couple of lengths of hose. One's the return line and one is the fuel line. Stuck the line into the 5-gallon jerry can, or both of them. Used the priming pump there above the filter to get the filter filled up and to get the system primed. And she fired right off. So, yeah, that was good. But this battery, yeah, getting this is an 8D battery. 127 pounds, I think. So, yeah, that was a bit of a challenge to get it in here. We tried bringing it in up over here first, but the problem is you can't raise your arm up high enough. You hit the ceiling with your arm, with your elbow, before you can get to over the raised shear of the boat there. So we wound up bringing it in over the back, over the stern, and then I put it on there's a 2x6 up there. You can see the end of it laying there. And we kind of balanced it on that, and then one of us on either side, my brother helped me, and we slid it over here, set it down on the fuel tank, and then from there down here, and then into the battery box. So that was a bit of a journey just to get the battery in the boat. And yes, it's a bigger battery than it needs to be. I'm not sure why Beta Marine calls for 1,050 cold cranking amps on an engine this size. I mean, that seems like a tremendous amount. And I could have got by with like a 4D battery, and it's not half the size of this one, but it's smaller. But for $50 more, this one has a lot more capacity, both in cold cranking amps and amp hours. So yeah, that's what we went with. And I've got another battery in here that probably would have worked fine as a start battery. This is just a temporary house battery, so I can get test the systems out and whatnot. And one of the things I wanted to do in the run today was just check to make sure both of the alternators were working. And they were. We had 14.6 on one, and I think 14.7 on the other. So yeah, both of the alternators were working. Everything seemed to be fine. I was going to pull the impeller out for this run today. The impeller is right here. But what a crappy way to mount an impeller. The first time I looked at this engine, I saw that. I thought, yeah, why would they do that? Why would they stick it on there like that with such little room in there? And of course, the impeller wouldn't just pull out. So short of destroying the impeller, I just put it back together again, and I ordered an impeller puller, which I'm not entirely convinced is going to fit in this space either, but hopefully it will. So, yeah, we ran it dry for less than a minute, which you probably saw already in the video, or will see, depending on how I edit it. But it had that lubricant on it that they send out with the new impellers. So I'm sure the impeller is probably fine. But I got myself a sea strainer, and that's one of the next jobs too, is to get that hooked up. And I thought I had ordered some hose for it, and for some reason the order never went through and never got charged for it. So I don't know what happened there, but I'll have to order some hose in a through hull, and I don't know, I'll probably put a diverter on there, or a Y on there, or a T on there, or whatever, to give me some options. And then I would like to get the exhaust maybe temporarily hooked up, run some exhaust hose just out the side of the boat, and then stick something on it to drain the water, or maybe just put a hose into a big tub, so we can run the engine long enough to actually warm it up, bring it up to temperature, and test everything out. So that all worked, and that was fine. And I'm getting ready to put things back away here, so I thought I'd show you this before I got it sealed up. And the wire that I ran from the engine here is 2-aught wire, which again is heavier than you need, but better safe than sorry. And then from the alternator, I ran 4-gauge. This is the ground here. and I ran 4-gauge wire off the alternator, and that other 4-gauge wire then runs under here into the house batteries. Now I've also ordered an external regulator for this. This is a 175 amp alternator here. So I ordered an external alternator for a regulator for it. So that should be in next week. Don't know if I'm going to be in any big rush to hook that up, but yeah, sometime when I want to play with it, I've got that coming. And we'll have to wire that in. But yeah, this is all working fine. The wiring is going okay. And yeah, we need to get the hull done, but and then those keel plates, those shoes, or the shoe for the keel, that's one of the next things to get done too. And that was really all I had planned for this summer. So if it gets hot, I don't feel like working in the heat, I won't have to, because I wanted to wait until this fall to start on the plywood. But there's other jobs I can do too, so it's not like I won't have anything to do. Well, anybody that owns a boat knows that there's always something to do, whether it's, you know, building it or maintaining it, but there's always something to do on a boat. So that's not an issue. And another thing too, yes, some of you are going to say this, that there is no protection, safety protection in the front of the engine here. That is very true, and that will change. I will get a screen or put some pipes up over this or whatever, something to prevent someone from inadvertently getting something stuck in the belts there. But yeah, so we're good to go. That will be my update for the 22nd.